Hello, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. Good evening. I would like to thank you all for joining me tonight on the Tammy Talk Show. I hope you all enjoy it, and you are going to enjoy. That's what I'm going to say. You are going to enjoy. We got a great topic to talk about on tonight, but I'm just going to wait a few minutes till some more people get on. I know we just coming on, and we have to wait a few minutes for the listening audience to come on and hear what we have to say tonight. And I know you all are going to enjoy it. I have my special guest here. I'm so excited to have her here. She's all the way from Detroit, Michigan. Yeah, all the way from there. So I just thank her for joining us on this evening. I have spent some time with her even out there in the ministry that she's in, and I just enjoy everything that happened those times that I was out there. God was really moving in the area. But we're going to talk about a topic tonight, and I know it's going to help a lot of people. I'm just waiting a few more minutes. Hello, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. We're glad that you're joining us. We're excited to have you come on with us and share with us on tonight. I'm going to start by saying I have my special guest here tonight, Travella Miller Burton. I thank her for being here on tonight to share with us some good information concerning a topic that people really need to talk about and try to understand. Our topic tonight is words matter. Okay, we think this is just something I wrote down myself. We think of words, and by those words we live our lives. The words we think about shape everything from our actions and our feelings. Travella, hello. How
Hi,
are
I
you?
am I am well. I am well. I'm pleased and grateful that you gave me a call and for this
Yeah,
opportunity just to sit, and I'm just taking it as you and I are having a conversation.
that's what we're doing. We're having a conversation, and I know that this topic, a lot of people going to learn a lot and going to enjoy what you have to say. She is very gifted, and she knows how to talk on a topic that she's talking about. So I'm going to start by um, asking her this question. Uh, Tell us about your background in your ministry.
Okay, well, again, my name is Travella Miller Burton, and I am, well, in terms of my background, I'm the youngest of nine. I always say that I'm number nine. Um, and I was born and raised in Detroit, Michigan.
Mm-hmm.
I was educated well in the Detroit public school system. Graduate of Denby High School. I went on from there to Oakland University. That's where I received my bachelor's degree in
Mm-hmm.
human resource development. And I went into the field of social work.
Mm-hmm.
I am a wife and I am a proud contributor of greatness three times over in my children. I
Mm-hmm.
have two sons and a daughter, and I say that because I believe that there's greatness in every individual born.
Yes.
And sometimes they don't know it, but anytime I'm given the opportunity, I like to let people know that. And if I can pull it out of them, that's what I try to do.
Yes. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. And would you mind sharing when you began speaking words that matters over
Well,
yourself and your situation?
okay. Honestly, for me, I would say it was in my early 30s.
Mm-hmm.
It, it was a time period where I feel like the Lord just kind of pulled me, just kind of tucked on me and said, okay, what are the things, what are you saying? What are you speaking? What are
Mm-hmm.
you agreeing with, really? Because sometimes you can be with a group of friends and they're saying some crazy stuff and you just shaking your head, yeah,
Right.
yep, yep, okay, girl. And as he began to pull on me about that subject, I began to learn more and more about it. Biblically, I began to learn about it just in life, as I live life.
Yeah.
And what I recognized was your words are going to come true. It doesn't matter whether you're speaking the positive or whether you're speaking the negative.
Right.
When you are speaking a thing, that is what you speak, is what you shall have. I tell my children all the time, you shall have what you say.
All right.
And that is usually my way of correcting them. When I hear them say something, if they, say something, oh, I know I'm not going to get the job. Okay, well, you just, spoke that over yourself. You're right about it.
Oh,
If that's what you're saying, that's what will be.
yeah. And a lot of times we do that. You
Mm-hmm.
know, we'll go and see an opportunity and put in for a type of job that we feel like don't fit us.
Right.
But we know that we want that job, and then we'll say,
Mm-hmm.
well, I know I'm not going to get it. I just put in information. We done already spoke the word that you're not going to get it. Yes.
Right.
And
Yeah.
yeah, but if you go in there speaking, you're going to get that job. I have done that, walked in. So this is my job.
Yeah.
And I claimed it and got it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That makes a difference.
Okay. When you talk about how words matter, what words have mattered to you?
Well, when I think about it, words like want. See,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of times it's almost as if we're taught you're not supposed to talk about what you want. Well, why?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the point.
Mm-hmm.
If the word says that, he'll give me the desires of my heart, well, doesn't that mean that those are the things that I want? And I can be honest about what it is that I want.
Right.
And so therefore I can go after that.
Mm-hmm.
So things like want, things like ego is a word that, when he first, started pulling on me, it was like, oh, we're gonna have to turn this tune this ego down some because it's out there. And
Mm-hmm.
it's to the point now because we're some years later. And let me just say this, Tammy, not Pastor Stewart. Let me just say this. This is a lifelong journey. The
Yes.
whole situation with understanding that your words matter and it's going to make a difference, the things that you say, it's a lifelong journey. I'm not by any means trying to sit here and say, oh, I have arrived, because no, I have not. I am learning every day.
Yeah.
I'm watching the things that I say. I watch what I speak over myself. And I really wanted to bring out speaking over yourself, how you feel about yourself.
Right.
It's okay to say, I love me,
Yes, it is.
because a lot of people don't just take the time to do that.
Yeah.
It's okay to pat yourself on the back because you did something that was good.
Right.
It's okay to appreciate yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that in talking about words, I really want people to learn to love on themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you really are going to have to encourage yourself.
Right.
You're
Right.
not going to always have a group behind you telling you, oh, you did good, or that was,
Right.
you did that well. Sometimes you're just going to have to know you did it well
Right.
and move on from there. You don't get caught up. That's where that ego will, keep you caught up. Don't get caught up in it, but know it, appreciate it, and then move to the next thing that it is for you to do.
Right. Right. Because a lot of times, like you saying, we'll start loving on ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
Or get to the place where we got this ego, like
Mm-hmm.
that. But you gotta believe in yourself and believe enough to speak those things that when you speak it, it will happen. That's like just having faith in yourself.
Exactly.
Having your words as you
Mm-hmm.
speak it. I'm gonna say this because this is what I want, and if
Mm-hmm.
it out of my mouth, it will come to pass. It will.
Exactly.
How do you feel about if your children?
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes parents, we will speak things over our children or say things about our children that we shouldn't say. How do you feel about that?
My background is social work.
Mm-hmm.
And in November of 2019, I actually retired.
Congratulations.
Thank you. And that was after 35 years.
Wow.
My last 22 years was in Wayne County Juvenile Justice. So, in terms of parents speaking the wrong things over their children, unfortunately, I had years and years of experiencing that. But the good thing is, I had the opportunity to let that parent know, wait a minute, let's back up. The things you're saying isn't helping the situation.
All right.
Yes, your child did something wrong. I would tell the young people that I saw, look, if I come and knock on your door, I didn't randomly pick it.
Okay.
I was given the case to come and see you and to see about you based on the things that you have done. But by the same token, I would tell them, but yesterday ended last night. So
Okay.
that means today is a new day. You have an opportunity to make a better choice today,
That's
an
right.
opportunity to make a smart choice today. So, in the process of trying to work with them to get out of the juvenile justice system, I would also work with the parents to help them to see the good in your child.
Right.
Don't let your focus be on what they did, the negative, situation that has happened. That has happened, is done, it's over with. Sometimes we have to know when to move on. But yeah, in terms of speaking negative things over your children, it shapes who they are. It
Right.
shapes how they feel about themselves,
Mm-hmm.
and it shapes how they feel about you.
Okay. Say that.
Because and it shapes how they feel about you.
Yes. Yes.
Because a lot of times there will be resentment, and it breaks down communication in that relationship greatly.
Right. And when the parent wondering, saying why my son or my daughter don't talk to me, because you done broke down that line of communication, because things you trying to say that you see in them or that they're doing. But like we know that if you speak good things and powerful things over your kids, God gonna honor that. God gonna honor that thing, especially the men. I know the mothers too, but biblically, when the men spoke things over their son, things happen.
Exactly.
Something happened,
Yeah.
fell upon them because the power of the tongue.
Of the tongue. Yes, definitely.
My next question is, okay, in the midst of all that is going on with this pandemic, police brutality, unemployment, and the death that is all around us. What are some of the things that you could say concerning this that can help my audience?
Well, one of the things I'll say, when the pandemic first hit, it caught well, I'm not going to say all, but most of us, it caught us by surprise.
Right.
We did not see it coming.
No.
But what I have to always remember is it caught me by surprise, but it didn't catch God by surprise.
There you go. Right.
He knew it was coming. He know when it's ending. He know all about what's going on. So
Right.
in the midst of it, now I understand that, everybody's not in the church.
That's
but
right.
those of us who have been in the church, I guess the best way for me to say it is like this. We are church fat.
Say that again.
We are church fat. We've been given the word over and over for years.
Yeah.
And sometimes they say, you're giving the word for what? Such a time as this.
Right.
So now the time has come, but it's like, what are you going to do with that word that you have built up? You got it stacked up.
Yeah.
It's been sitting on shelves. I think this is the time when you pull it off the shelf.
That's right. That's right.
This is the time you don't just look at all the death that has happened. Yes, it has happened. And of course, we mourn with those who mourn. We pray for those who need prayers. We're there for them. But in the meantime, it's like we get anxious, but the word says be anxious for nothing.
Nothing, yes.
Sometimes we have to go back to that word that, we've listened to years and years. And, have we had the opportunity to implement
That's right.
those words, that we have been hearing? Because life happens.
Yes, it do.
whether it's a pandemic or whether it's a regular sunny day or a regular cloudy day.
Right.
Life happens for all of us.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So basically, I just feel like, things are going on. We don't understand,
Right.
we don't understand it. We
Right.
don't get it. But those who do say that I'm a kingdom citizen and I do trust God.
That's right.
And this, for me, has been an opportunity to really spend time with the
Mm-hmm.
Lord, you
Oh,
know,
yes.
and develop that relationship with
Mm-hmm.
Him.
Mm-hmm.
It's one thing to go to the altar and say, yes, I accept, Christ as my Savior, but it's another to come into relationship with Him.
Right. That's true. That is so true. That is so true. And none of us don't have no excuse now that we didn't have no time. You have
Exactly.
a lot of time on your hand. Even if you was working from home, you have
Right.
time on your hand because you can schedule your working at home and then spending that time with God. Now,
Exactly.
you can even go out of your house, to go to work and get dressed to go. You can just sit there and spend that time with Him. Even for the
Hmm.
ones that have fallen into the unemployment part, if they start speaking that they're going to have a job or speaking that they could start a business and
Hmm.
speak it and start implementing the tools that you need to make sure that happen, then your
Hmm.
workers will start forming into an existence for you.
Right. And it'll make a difference. And the thing of it is, when, I was going to come back to the whole unemployment situation.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So yes, there are some who will never go back to the job that they were at.
Yeah,
There
true.
are some who's going to have to just completely reinvent themselves.
Right.
Okay. But the good news is
Mm-hmm.
we have a creator who made us co-creators.
There you go.
And
I
he
like,
said we was made in his likeness and in his image,
yes.
which means he put his name on us.
Mm-hmm.
So once I come to recognize, okay, wait, he put his name on me. So
Yeah.
I do have the authority to say, okay, Lord, so for your name's sake,
Mm-hmm.
I need to feed my family.
That's right.
I need to pay my rent. I have a mortgage. I have a car note. Every responsibility that I have.
Yeah, yeah.
And so at this point, I'm not saying it even for me. I'm saying it for your name's sake
Yes,
because you got your name attached to me.
that's right.
Now, I told you that
Mm.
in November, I retired.
Mm-hmm.
So at the point when I retired, it was 35 years of employment.
All right.
But what I recognize is, okay, so I'm done with employment, but now it's time for deployment.
Okay.
See, in the kingdom, you get deployed.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, in the natural, we're used to to the employment.
Right.
But the good news is, and especially if you're doing something new, and you're gonna see me venture off to the side because I always write notes. I'm a notes person.
Come on with
But there's a difference between employment versus deployment. With
okay.
employment, your job is what you were trained to do.
Okay.
But the Lord created work, and
Mm-hmm.
your work is what you were born to do. See,
Okay.
this is going to be an opportunity for some people to
Mm-hmm.
really tap into what it is they were born to do.
Mm.
Okay. With
Wow.
employment, your job is your career. With
Mm-hmm.
deployment, your work is your life assignment.
Wow.
See, some of us haven't been looking for our assignments, but it's
Mm-hmm.
and I'm not gonna say it's out there, it's in
Mm-hmm.
there. Because your assignment is on the inside.
Okay.
The
Yes.
only way you're gonna find it is to dig it within.
Yes.
And again, you're gonna have to come into that relationship with the Lord for
Yes.
Him to reveal it to you.
Yes.
What it is He created you to do.
Mm.
Okay. Another one, your job is your skill. Your
Okay.
work is your gift.
Wow.
We all have a gift. We all have gifting within us.
Goodness.
And we know it because usually it's just something that pulls on us until we
Mhm.
actually get to it.
Yes, it do.
I'm on the Tammy Talk show.
Mm-hmm.
That was a gift within you, and I know that it needed to be born. It was not going to stop. As long as you had breath in your body,
That's
it
right.
was not going to stop until it came. It was the birth came
That's,
to place.
that's
You
so true.
know,
So,
came to, you know.
so true.
So, um, you can be fired from your job,
Mm-hmm.
but you can never be fired from your work.
Oh, wow.
That's just good news.
Wow. Yes. Yes.
It's just good news
Yes. It,
because when you know it's something that God gave to you,
yes.
then again, I
Mm,
got the best backing there is.
yes. Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Just like you were saying though, like my job
Mhm.
every morning and go to work right now.
Mhm.
And I go to
Mhm.
work and I do what I have to do there,
Right.
but it just bring home what I need for
Right.
now. And
Mhm.
it's not something, I'm gonna be honest, it's not something I love.
Okay. Okay. Mhm. Yep. Yep.
But when God put this in my heart to do, it's just like I'm just so excited about doing it and talking to
Yeah.
people and sharing because
Mhm.
something like it birthed in me.
Exactly. Exactly.
And I love to talk. I love to conversate with people. I love to hear information, just share information. And so I know what you're saying right here. It's
Mhm.
true.
Mhm.
It's true.
Yeah.
I'm so glad you broke it down like that. Now people be able to see what what their job is to do and what
Mhm.
work is to do.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yes,
Because we all have work to do.
yes,
Each
yes.
and every last one of us.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I'm
Jobs are temporary, but work is permanent.
permanent. Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah.
Oh, wow. And it's funny you saying that because even on your job and when you're done with the job, you retire from that
Mhm.
work, you want to keep on doing it.
Exactly.
It was meant for you to do. It's
Yeah.
burning desire and you want to keep on doing it.
Yeah.
Yes, yes, yes. I have something else I want to ask you right here.
Mhm.
You also mentioned how it is okay. Well, I didn't hear you say it yet, but from
Mhm.
the things that you were saying, even when we speak in things, this is a question I want to ask you. Is sometimes a learned behavior of the way that we speak about things?
Oh, definitely, definitely. Your surroundings, your environment, family habits, family sayings is just something that it gets into you. You know, the words that are spoken over you literally gets into you.
Right.
And there are some people who say, "Oh, when I get grown, I'm just going to do things different. I'm raising my children different. I'm treating my children
Hmm.
different."
Hmm.
And it has a lot to do with what happened to them in their upbringing.
That's right.
So it by all means, it definitely makes a big difference, and it makes a difference in your very day.
Yeah.
The
Okay.
things you say, if you're getting up and you're going to a job, and before you even walk out the door, oh, I hate this job. I don't want to be there. I don't want to do that. Well, you set the tone for your day.
Right. Right. Right.
At that point, just with that.
Yeah.
And you can always find a positive way to look at anything.
Yeah.
You know what? This may not be the job I want right now. It may just be the job that's, a resource for me.
Right.
And so I'm just going to go to this resource and be appreciative that I have a resource because there's many who don't,
That's
who
true.
wish they had that resource.
That's right. That's
Yeah.
right.
Hmm.
You have it and you complaining about going. You
Hmm.
know, I know there are some biblical sayings in the Bible that even enhance what we're talking about tonight. Would you like to share some of that with us?
Sure. And I know we're talking about your words, but when you speak of your words and what you're speaking, of course, it comes from where? Out of your mind.
Right.
And so, the first thing I think of is, as a man thinketh, so is he.
Yes.
We know that to be true. You
Mm-hmm.
know, I've I listen a lot to Dr. Miles Monroe, and you
Yeah.
know, his passing really affected me.
Yeah.
However, his teachings will be forever.
Yes, they
I
are.
know my entire lifetime I won't be able to learn all that he put out there. And so he's a resource for me, and I always go to him,
Mm-hmm.
when I want to really study a subject or learn some things.
Mm-hmm.
But one of the things that he said, one of the hardest things that to change
Mm-hmm.
in life is a person's mind.
Yeah.
It is really
Mm.
difficult to
Yes, it is.
change an individual's mind.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Because once they've made up their mind and they feel that they know what they're talking about,
Mm-hmm.
oftentimes people are resistant to even listen to the next person, to
That's
even see what it is that they're trying to say. They're in the word it talks about be not conformed to the for us to be not conformed, but to
yeah.
be transformed by the renewing of our mind.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, that sounds good and it sounds easy, but
Mhm.
it's not as easy as we want to think it is.
That's right. That's right.
When you are accustomed to doing things your way, you're accustomed to speaking your way. Like I said, number one, it was in my 30s when I started being conscious of my words.
Mm-hmm.
So that meant there was 30 plus years when I'm
Mm-hmm.
just speaking, random and
Yeah.
reckless things.
Right. Mm.
That had to be turned around, and it took a while, and it's continuing to take a while, which
Yeah.
is why I say this is indeed a work in process. This, is something, this will be a lifetime journey. I
Right.
recognize that it's a lifetime journey.
Wow. And we also know how in Proverbs it speaks about life and death are in the power of the tongue.
Yes.
And
And that's, one of the scriptures that I had written down too. The
come
life and death is in the power of the tongue. But Pastor Stewart, if we go up just one verse to that 20th verse,
yes.
okay,
Come on, read
because that's
it.
18, Proverbs 18, verse 20 and 21.
Come on,
It
read
says, a man's belly shall be satisfied with the fruit of his mouth,
it.
and
Right.
with the increase of his lips shall he be filled.
Yes.
Everything you say makes a
Mhm.
difference.
Makes a difference. Yes, it
You
do.
will be filled with the fruit of your lips,
That's
with
right.
the things that you're speaking over yourself,
That's
with
right.
the things that you're speaking over your children.
Mm-hmm.
Until they grow up and learn to speak positive over themselves, that is what you're planting. That is what you're sowing
Right.
into that child, if it's negative. But by the same token, if it's positive, that's what you are sowing into that child,
That's
the
right.
positive. And it makes a big difference.
It makes a difference. It
Yes.
really do. Because
Mm-hmm.
growing up, I used to hear people speak different things toward over their children, and so I knew a little bit of the difference as young girl, little bitty girl, but saying,
Mm-hmm.
why are they saying that about them? Why are
Right.
they speaking that over their children? And then I watched the child as they got older because it was relatives and the life that they led after that. And when I really got into the Word of God when I got older, I said,
Mm-hmm.
what happened? Mom
Yeah,
they spoke it over you.
definitely.
They put it in your heart.
Yeah.
Get in your heart, then it's you.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
yes, yes. But we have to watch what we say,
Definitely.
how we
Definitely.
say it. What else you would like to share with the audience on tonight concerning?
Again, I really want people to understand that the things you speak out of your mouth, once you speak them, you're giving that life. You're giving life to it, whether it's negative or positive. I know I keep saying this over and over, but that's what people need to understand. You're giving life to a thing.
Yeah,
And if you're going to give life, don't you want to give good life?
there you
I
go.
mean, don't you want it to be something that is going to be in your best interest,
Yes, I do.
that's going to be in your child's best interest? We need to really be conscious,
That's
you
right.
know, because the whole be not conformed, but be ye transformed.
Mhm.
Well, the thing of it is, I would venture to say that over 90% of people are conformed, and that includes people in the church.
Yes.
Because oftentimes we just do what we see other folks do. We don't even take the time to try to learn ourselves, okay, so what is really within me? What's deep down within me?
Mm-hmm.
What is my work? What is it that I was created to do?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And sometimes you can't necessarily share everything with everybody because, again, if you have a lot of conformed people, they're not going to understand what you're talking about when you say, okay, I'm getting ready to start the Tammy Talk Show.
Mm-hmm.
This is something that's deep in my heart. It's a desire of mine. And when we say heart, we're talking about mind. When the Bible talks about the heart of man, the Bible is really talking about the mind of man.
Yes. Come on.
And it's sometimes it's small steps, but those small steps are
Mm-hmm.
giving way to big breakthroughs.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Just big breakthroughs. Just again, you know what? When I wake up tomorrow, I'm going to tell myself, I love you.
Mm-hmm.
We good, and we're going to have a good day. Just
Oh,
making up your mind that today I'm going to have a good day. And
yeah.
that is what I intend to do and go out and do it.
Right.
It
Right.
makes a difference. It really makes a difference.
Even like you were saying when I was thinking about starting the Tammy Talk Show,
Mm-hmm.
it was a select few people that I was telling.
Mm-hmm.
And I know everybody didn't understand how I was going to do it.
Right.
And I had some to ask me, well, how you going to do it? Where you going to start it at? What you going to do?
Mm-hmm.
The people to come? I said, I don't know, but I'm going to start it.
Right.
And this was even before March, before we had to close in our houses and all.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Sometime last year.
Okay.
Sharing my plan, and then we're hearing people saying those different things, and then even the Lord spoke to me and said, "Keep it to yourself."
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I spoke
Everything ain't for everybody.
right, and I started strategizing in my mind how I would do it to start. And then when we got closed in the house, and the Lord spoke to me that morning, he said, "Get up, it's time to start it."
Yep.
And on the inside of me, I said, okay, how am I gonna do it? Just go on this and do that. And I just started it because I knew it was something I want to do. I knew it was something that was on the inside of me. Birthday.
Yes.
Hearing
Yes.
that, I was saying, well, I can take in this negative if I want to do something positive. Something that, and I don't want to hear that. I used to have one of my saints in New York. There was a member of my church. One time he was talking and somebody walked up to her and said something negative to her.
Okay.
It was something negative that they were speaking over her life. She said, "Oh, I don't receive that."
Amen.
Better like, girl,
That's right.
I did like, girl, you better go ahead. And when I was
That's right.
saying, but I want the other person to know I was reacting to it. But it was like, that's right, don't receive that. And
Right. You don't have to accept everything somebody says to you. They can give you their opinion. It's the saying that's going around now, but I really do love it. What you think of me is absolutely none of my business.
I love it too. I've been seeing that on Facebook. I'll be like,
and it's so true. It is absolutely none of my business.
True.
But what I think of me is all of my business.
That's right.
And it's important that I have the right thoughts about myself. And even if, one of the things the Lord, like I said, during this process, one of the things He taught me, because we all miss the mark, we all mess up, we all make mistakes.
Yeah.
But one of the things I've come to recognize, I'll make a mistake and I'll go and say, Lord, please forgive me. And He said, I forgive you now. I need you to forgive yourself now.
Right.
Immediately.
Yes.
And when that first happened, I would feel like, okay, well, aren't I supposed to, be condemned and, wallow in this for a while? And He's like, no, immediately forgive yourself and move on.
Yes.
Yesterday ended last night.
Right. I'm a new
day. It's a new day.
Right. And a lot of people, it's hard for them to forgive themselves.
Exactly. They want to wallow in it. And really, that's just the enemy. The enemy want to keep you in it forever, because if he can keep you in guilt and shame, you're not going to move. You're going to be stagnant.
Stay right there in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're not going nowhere.
get to your next move because you stand right there.
Exactly.
Wow.
Exactly.
But I
So
like what you just said. Yesterday ended last.
yesterday ended last night. It's over.
It's,
This is a new day.
yes.
And new mercies, that's it. And new mercies he give us every day.
Day, not some days, every day.
Every day. So if he giving me new mercies, why am I holding myself hostage
Right. Oh
to
my
guilt
God.
and shame?
Ooh, I'm loving this. I'm loving this conversation here. Do our words, I'm going to ask you this question. I know you got the answer. Do our words have power?
Oh, here's the deal, especially for those who are kingdom citizens.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Jesus got the power
There
and
you
he
go.
gave us the authority. But the only way we can utilize that authority is through our words. If
Right.
we don't speak it, we can't have it.
There
But
you
if we speak it, knowing that, he said, whatsoever things you ask in my name, believe in them, you will receive.
You will receive it.
I, often say that the faith that he put in me, it's funny to me because he just put this faith in me that, seems kind of unusual.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, well, okay, you said I can have it, so I'm going for it.
Yes.
I'm just going to go for it. I'm just going to believe you all the way for it. Things that, shouldn't seem in the natural as if it should not, go my way.
Right.
Because I've just determined in my heart, I'm going to believe him.
Yeah.
In my heart, meaning in my mind.
That's right.
I've made up my mind. I have a mindset on the word of God to trust and believe him for everything. He said he supply all my needs. Okay, Lord. For your name's sake, I'm trusting you to supply all my needs according to your riches and glory.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the thing about it too, I can remember years ago,
Mm-hmm.
first wanted my car. And I got up that morning, I spoke it into existence.
Uh-huh.
Young girl.
Yep.
New little job.
Mm-hmm.
Get this car today. I got up and I got dressed. I went to that bank and I told the man what I wanted.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that car don't fit you. I'm gonna get you this car. But I went in there and said, I'm gonna get this one. I didn't go in there asking. Back then they had a bank president in there. I went to see the bank president because I said, I'm gonna get my car today.
Exactly.
And I got out of that place. I got out of there with a car.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Car you want? I said, yes, it's at this place. He gave me the check. I went and gave them the check. And I had my car that day.
That day. Yeah. And we need to understand the Lord is listening to us, when we make those declarations over ourselves.
Yeah.
And sometimes we may speak it and, we're just thinking it's going to be later, further into the future.
Yeah.
But it's like, there's been times when I've spoken something and before I knew it, it was right there.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, Lord, you was quick to do that, But I recognize that's the kind of God we serve. All he wants us to do is trust him and believe him.
That's right. And just speak it.
Yeah.
Don't be afraid to speak it, young people that are listening right now. Travella and I want to share with you on tonight. Just speak it. Good things over your life. Speak good things over your children's life. Speak good things over other people's lives. And watch God bless you because you're speaking positive. Nothing no worse than hearing somebody saying some negative things at you and you know that's not you.
Right.
And speaking those things and saying, this is you, this is how you, no, that is not me because I don't receive those things because I'm a positive person. So sharing with you all tonight about the power of your words, and how you say them, and what you say is what you're going to see.
Exactly.
What you say is what you see.
Yes. And be able and be willing to speak beyond what you see right now.
Yes.
Because that's another thing that makes people, just get stuck.
Right.
Oh, well, I see that all the bills are due and I only have this much money right now. And, I don't know if this going to happen or if that's going to happen. Look beyond what you see.
That's right. That's right.
If it get paid before, guess what? It's going to get paid again.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be all right.
Yes.
You have to be able, we spend so much time in our subconscious and we spend so much time looking at the past,
Yeah.
or we are going into the future, okay, so what's going to be happening 3 weeks from now? Well, if you do all that, you don't have an opportunity to enjoy the present.
That's right. Wow. That's you said something right there.
Yeah.
You don't even have time to enjoy the present because
Right.
you're so busy worrying about where you're headed, what you don't see in front of you, and the things that behind you
Right.
hold you back there. So you just stop, and you
Yeah.
don't get a chance to enjoy the moments that you're in right now.
Right now.
So why
Yeah.
is it so hard for us as people to speak things into our life even though we don't see it? Why is it that we can't say something that we don't see, believing that eventually it'll happen? Why is it like that for us?
I don't know. I guess my true answer to that is I don't know, but I think it has a lot to do with, once we come into that relationship with the Lord, it gets easier. Let me just say that. It gets easier once you come into a relationship with the Lord, because at that point, again, it's like I'm talking to my daddy. Now, with my natural father, again, I told you I'm number 9. So I could go to my natural father and ask for anything I wanted and get it.
Yes.
So if that's the case with my natural father, how much more with my heavenly father?
What he would do for me.
See, we have some people that just depending on your upbringing and how you were raised, even if you were raised in the church, see God as a disciplinarian.
Yeah,
And
true.
see him as someone who's, counting off, okay, they did that wrong, did that wrong, did that wrong. But that's the importance of knowing the Bible for yourself.
That's right.
Because once I see that, okay, I'm fearfully and wonderfully made, okay, I'm the apple of his eye.
Right.
The word really say that we are the apple of his eye.
Oh my God.
Now, those are words when you put in my hands, when you let it get in my mind, meaning, in my heart and in my mind. Oh, I'm, saying, okay, Lord, that's what you said. And so that's what I believe. And so that's how I'm going to conduct myself. I'm conducting myself as the apple of your eye. I can ask you for anything. As long as I believe you, I know that you love me. You are loved. You made me in your image. That means I am loved too. And we just gonna love on each other. I'm gonna love on him and I'm gonna let him love on me.
Yes.
Yeah.
Man, amen, amen. I have something else. Okay. How do words affect people? Words, is it like influence them to do things or to build them up? Have you been around or have you seen situations that people will, the words that people will say will shift their mood or shift their...
Oh, words will change the very atmosphere of a room that you walk into.
Say that again.
Words will change the very atmosphere of a room that you walk into.
Okay.
If it's a situation where there's just completely negative energy going on, and you could have been as bubbly as they can, as it gets, and you walk into that negative situation, you're either going to bring them up to where you are, or you're going to come down to where they are. So you have to make a decision in that. And that's why, it's some situations where, people say negative things or do negative things, and I have a choice to make at that point.
Yes.
Am I going to be involved? I have this thing I tell my kids, I don't do drama. I don't. I won't.
Yeah.
we either gonna wait until this situation, fizzle out, or it's just not gonna happen because I don't do drama. I've
Wow.
come to a place now where I found my peaceful place, and I'm not willing to allow anyone to
Anyone.
mess with that.
Wow.
Anyone at all. Yeah.
Wow. I like that. I like that.
Yeah.
Anyway, what are the most positive words that you say to yourself so we can share it to the people with the people so they can say it to themselves?
Well, like I said, the whole "I love you." It's very important to
Hmm.
know that you love yourself.
Right.
Because it's true when they say, "How can someone else love you if you don't love
If you don't love
you?"
yourself.
And there are a lot of people who have a hard time just loving themselves.
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
so that's something. I oftentimes, let myself know that we're good.
Yeah.
And not because of myself, but because of the grace of God.
Yeah.
Knowing that God has my back
Mm-hmm.
and knowing that I'm in this journey with Him, I'm not in this journey alone. It's a
Yeah.
beautiful thing. I have my family, and
Mm.
that's a beautiful thing. But the reality of it is, it's times when just having the Lord by my side makes all the difference in the world.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yes. Today I was jotting down some words and I began to say these words to myself too. I
Mhm.
say I was writing out some positive words. I wrote down joy.
Mhm.
I said, "Cause joy is dealing with my emotions and my happiness."
Yep.
I wrote that out there. Then I said laughter. It's
Mhm.
a chance to be active on the inside, activate that nerve on the inside and get real happy. Patience,
Yep.
and
Yep.
peace.
Yes.
I
Yes.
love the word peace, though. Oh my
Mhm.
God, I
Yeah.
have peace over myself every time I get up or I get in a situation that is not good around me.
Right. Mhm.
Your peace abide over me. Let
Mhm.
peace be around me because I want to be in my peaceful place. So those
Right.
are some of the words that I say to myself. I say peace, patience, laughter,
Mhm.
joy, and love.
Yep. And then I often look at energy
Mhm.
because the energy around you makes a lot of difference as well, or the energy that you bring to yourself, or to the situation.
Right.
It makes a big difference,
Yes, it
and knowing that I want positive energy,
is.
knowing that.
Yes. I wonder, do any of our audience have any questions that they would like to ask Travella on tonight? Let me look at my phone here. I got it in the area right here where I don't see my Facebook page. I'm sure there are some people with some questions and they want to ask some. Do you see any on there on your end, Travella? Phone here. Do
I
you,
don't have a line of the chat. I don't have
you don't? Okay.
that.
I was trying to see what's any questions on here because a lot of times they want to ask questions. Not yet. Okay, you don't see any yet. All right, we don't see any yet. So
Okay.
as I was writing down something too.
Mhm.
People can start looking at advancing their vocabulary as
Mhm.
to how they want to say their words,
Mhm.
words to come out of their mouth or words to speak. So I made me a list of words for myself too.
Okay.
I want to share with you all. I want to share with you, Travella.
Okay.
So this word I said abundant,
I have that.
achievable, confidence, complete, creative, diligently, enterprising, fulfilled, good, inventive, loving, positive, and strong.
Okay. Okay. Well, I made me out a list of words too.
Come on with these words. We're gonna share these words with the people.
And so just I put hope, I have purpose, I
Wow.
have vision, I
Mm-hmm.
have atmosphere, power, honesty, life, peace,
Yes.
inspired,
Mm.
um, prayer,
Mm-hmm.
transparency, informed,
Mm-hmm.
being, wisdom,
Yeah.
awaken, authority, impact,
Mm-hmm.
abundance,
Mm-hmm.
present,
Mm-hmm.
and energy.
Oh, yes, yes. Start speaking those things in your life.
Right.
And I guarantee you, you will see your life just change. People will see
Mhm.
their life changing because a lot of times, like I'm gonna say again, some people have been brought up in a house where the parents never spoke positive over them.
Mhm.
They lead adult life, not be happy and not achieving the things that they want to achieve in life. So, like you said, you reach a certain age that you start speaking those things, speaking
Right.
positive things and thinking positive. If you thinking positive, you speaking positive.
The situation gonna be positive.
Be positive.
Yes.
I'm
Mhm.
telling anybody, if you got a little baby right now, speak positive things over that baby.
Yes. Yes.
You want that child life to shape into, and
Right.
that child, when that child walk around the house, you conversate with that baby, and the old
Mhm.
keep speaking good stuff in that baby ears.
Yes. Yes. And it's like what we were talking about before we came on the air. Call those things that be not as though they were.
Yes, yes,
Speak. When you have something deep down inside
hmm
of you, speak
yes.
it. It's okay if you don't see it with your natural eyes. Still speak it,
Speak it.
believing that it's coming to pass. Just
Yeah,
give it time. It's going to come to pass. It
yeah.
will manifest. It
Mm,
will.
it
Yeah.
will. There are some
Hmm.
things that I'm speaking right now over my
Hmm.
life.
Yes.
God, I know it's gonna happen. It's
Yes.
gonna happen like yesterday. That seemed like yesterday, but it's gonna happen.
Yes.
Keep positive. When I'm around a negative person,
Hmm.
I just don't feel good around a negative person. I shift the atmosphere when I'm around
Right.
them. I said, no,
Yeah.
we're gonna talk like this, and I'm gonna keep
Exactly.
the way I'm feeling because I don't need that over here. I don't want that over here.
Yes.
And there's many people that are going through stuff right now
Hmm.
with the situation of the way the United States is, and
Hmm.
people want to hear positive stuff now. They don't want to
Right.
hear negative. They don't want to hear your sad story. They want to hear
Exactly.
positive stuff so we can be uplifting and we can
Right.
uplift each other with positive talking. I'm telling you,
Exactly.
I'm feeling so good right now with us talking because I love to be around somebody positive.
Exactly.
Ever been around you, you have never talked negative. You have never talked down. You have never talked like you was like in want or something like that. You always had some positive stuff to say. And I know you was respecting me as a pastor or preacher, you know,
Hmm.
that believe you know that things and the vibe that you was giving was helping
Hmm.
me. It was
Right.
helping me. And I said, Lord, that you got me around this positive woman. She's just, so anointed with positivity. Because some people you be around it, they're anointed with negativity. But I said, she's so positive. I remember a situation we was talking about. You were talking so
Yeah.
positive. I felt
Um,
like I could take wings and fly.
mhm.
I said, listen at this woman. I said, Lord, if she can right now, I feel like floating in this room right now because I heard so much positivity coming from you and words that you were saying. You were speaking life over the situation. So much
And
life.
I just feel like that's what we need to do. At the end of the day, I want to be an encourager.
Yeah.
I want to encourage other people.
Mm-hmm.
And again, just to pull the best out,
Yes.
we have so much good within us, but we
Yeah.
focus so much. Oftentimes people focus on the negative. Well, why can't that be switched and you focus on the good that is in you? Because there is good in you.
Right.
And don't apologize. I always say I'm unapologetic.
Mm-hmm.
When it comes to knowing who I am. I know who I am.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not going to allow someone else to take that away from me. I'm
Right.
just not going to do it.
Right.
It took time to get here.
Yes.
And again, I'm still trying to grow into as far as he will allow me to grow.
Yes. Yes.
That's the goal.
I agree with you. I agree with you on that. That you can't, and I'm not going to let anybody take my positivity feelings that I have or who I think I am away from me.
Exactly.
It ain't
Exactly.
like you said, ain't my business what you think about me.
Right. Not at all. Not
It's
at all.
My business, what I think about me. And then
Right.
where I think about me, if you don't agree with it, okay, oh well.
It's okay. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm
You
still
know.
gonna love you, but I'm gonna think positive and I'm gonna do the right thing and think the right way about myself because I know whose I am.
Right. Exactly. Exactly.
I know who.
And I'm not going to allow negative energy to
Mhm.
infuse me. I'll say quickly, oh no, I'm okay. I've given this enough of my energy. Nope. It's time to move on.
Yes, yes,
Because I'm looking to be inspired. And to be inspired is simply to be in the spirit.
yes,
And
yes.
if we operate now, you cannot operate in the spirit and have negativity. The two don't gel
Can't do it. You can't do it.
at
And
all.
people love to be around people that are positive.
Yes, definitely.
They love to be around, and then they will give you gratitude, thanking you for the energy that you are giving them,
Right.
just being around you.
Yeah.
So just like I'm saying right now, I'm giving you that gratitude that year when I came out there and how you was talking. I said, Lord, this lady here make me want to take wings and fly because I just love the energy that you gave off and the
Thank
energy that you give off to others.
thank you.
I've never seen you negative. There probably was a time you should have felt down. I don't know, but you didn't seem like it to me because every time I get around you, you are giving off good energy, good positivity energy. And I can tell too that the field that you worked in, you knew the different things that people were going through too. And to know that and to help them in those areas, that is powerful.
You
So
know,
powerful.
it was truly a blessing. It really was because there were some situations and some young people that I really did. I had the opportunity to help some, parents that I had the opportunity, to see things in a different way.
Yeah.
Again, when your child gets in trouble, you're anxious, you're angry,
Mm,
you're upset with the whole situation around,
right.
when it's time to go in front of that judge,
Yeah.
you don't know how to act or how to respond.
Right.
And it was good to be able to just be a help, to some families,
Right.
to help them through the process and
Yeah.
just let them know that this is a process you're going through. You're not stuck here. This
No.
is just, I'm just here for a short while
Mhm.
we go through this process together.
Right, right. Well, I am so sure that my guests have enjoyed our conversation tonight. I know I have enjoyed it. I thank you for coming on, Travella, and sharing with us through the word and through your word of knowledge to help us to keep our mind in the right place so our mind would speak out good things. And when those words go out of our mouth, it'll make something good happen. Even when I was thinking about the word of God today, how powerful, words are.
Hmm.
All he did was spoke this world into existence. He spoke it.
And it was here.
And
Yes,
there was life. Let there be. And that's what we need to start saying
yes.
too. He gave
Let
us
there be.
that he had. So we got to say, let there be, honey.
That's right. That's
It
right.
shall
And
be.
again, I just thank you for this opportunity just
Mhm.
to, sit down and have a conversation with you.
Yes.
You have surely spoken some great things over my life as well. I am so grateful for the opportunity to
Yes.
just get
Uh-oh.
to know you, for our families to just blend and gel and come together. And,
Love your
we
family.
family now.
I love your family. You were
I love yours
born
too. And
and
you. Yes.
you were. You was born into a loving, beautiful family. And I
God is good.
my family also. I think we have a question on here. Let me look at it and see who was it. What's the question?
Um, People limit themselves, which is why they. Wait a minute. Oh,
It's a question on here for us, Travella. We trying to find the question on here. Who was it asked it?
Nate. Should read it.
Okay. I can't find it on my stroll here. Let me see. Where's the
Okay.
question?
Travella Miller Burton is an avid reader. Do you find that reading helps you to be positive?
Yes, I think that, and well, again, in terms of what you are, it depends on what you're putting in your mind.
Come on. Come on.
Okay. Now, it depends on what it is that you're reading.
Mm-hmm.
I am a reader, but the reality of it is I am more of a listener than I am a reader. I'll do an audio book before I'll ever do a book.
Yeah.
That's just my preference.
Mm-hmm.
But I listen to a lot. One of the things that I do, I think one of the reasons I did well in the career that I was in is because of my ability to listen
Wow.
to people.
Yeah.
Because see, we're so quick to talk, and somebody's talking to us and we're just waiting to say the next thing that we got in our mind to say.
Right.
Oftentimes we've not even listened to what it is that they have to say.
True.
But listening for me has made a big difference, because that lets me know, am I agreeing with what it is you're saying, or even the spirit you're coming from with what it is that you're saying. That makes a very big difference. Now, in terms of reading the word of God,
mm-hmm.
that helps a whole lot.
Mm-hmm.
Because once you again develop that relationship with him, and then go back into his word and
Mm-hmm.
start reading, and then get the revelation of what it is he was saying, and know, how does that apply to me?
Yeah.
Okay, Lord, I'm reading this, but what do this have to do with me?
Right.
And then he starts showing you what exactly it has to do with you.
Mm-hmm.
That makes a difference, and that will set the tone for the words that you say, that you find yourself saying.
Right.
What,
You had it was another question?
what is the best way to handle someone speaking negatively against you?
Well, again, the first thing is what we said before. What you think of me really does, it's none of my business.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if we are in a discussion and someone is telling me all the negative things they think of me, or, the negative and to me, at that point, all I have to do is say, okay, well, that's you're expressing yourself.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing I can do about how you feel about me. I can tell you I don't agree with you,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm not going to get into a debate with you, because, like I said, I don't do drama. So, in order to stay drama free, if it's a hostile situation, or if it's a situation that has escalated, I may say that, well, what I'll do is wait until things have calmed down, and then maybe we can sit down and have a discussion, regarding it.
Yes, that's true. That's true. Because you can get in a situation with someone trying to tell you how you are, and you trying to go back with them and tell them it's not. And the heated argument can go up and up and up.
Right. Just escalate. And that's why, at that point, more than likely with me, I would just say, well, I'll listen to what they have to say. I may say that I don't agree with what they have to say, but then I may just say, okay, I can't continue this conversation because I'm not willing to give it any more of my energy.
Right. Just step up out of the conversation.
Right. And remove myself.
Yeah. And you can stay here with it if you want to, but you will not be talking to me.
Exactly.
You'll be here talking to yourself. Now, that's the type of person I am. I will walk out and say, you can talk to this stuff. You can say all you want by yourself, or a conversation by yourself ain't going to go too long.
Right. Exactly.
Distance myself from it. Yeah. But, a lot of times we'll get in situations like that, and, the person just so convinced that they're right.
Right.
But you.
Mm-hmm.
No.
And you know what? I heard a saying, I think it was last year, that just resonated with me.
No.
When you have a choice to either be right or kind, choose kind.
That's right. I like that. Choose kind.
Choose kind.
Yeah.
You know what? As we age, we hopefully, find some wisdom as life goes on. But I so enjoyed that. I was like, oh yeah, I'm going to keep this one
Yeah,
because it's more important to be kind than as
right.
opposed to being right.
It is. It
Yeah.
is. A lot of times you have to just excuse yourself and just be nice.
Yes.
I've been in situations where I would say, "Okay, dear,
Right.
that's good," sweetie. And they go like, "Dear, sweetie," and, you know,
Right.
and I walk right away because you
Mhm.
don't want to get yourself
Right.
involved with that. And
Exactly.
like you said too, I like when you said that when you get a certain age,
Hmm.
you'd have matured.
Exactly.
There's a lot of stuff we have matured in, and it's like, okay, all right.
Hmm.
Even
Right.
at the job, sometimes I tell my boss, "You're right,
Yeah.
okay,
Hmm.
right to your truth, but I'm right to my truth." So
Exactly.
and walk away. That's how you have to do.
Right. Yeah.
But I'm so glad that we had people on today listening and asking the questions that maybe somebody is dealing with. Maybe
Right.
somebody's listening and don't want to ask the question because maybe their environment they're sitting in right now that
They
they
can't.
ask the question,
Right.
and you giving them some information and you
Mhm.
giving them some encouragement and you telling them how to handle those situations that they have been placed in. And sometimes you're in those places where God can manifest some stuff in you
Right.
and can mature you. It's
Yes.
not to prove that you're right, but you gotta
Hmm.
just be quiet sometime and walk through it and just know who you are and
Exactly.
who God made you to be, and don't let nobody dump their garbage in you because it's not you, it's not you.
Right.
I'm so glad you came on and talked with us today, Travella.
Thank
I
you.
enjoyed you so much. I miss you guys. Oh, I
I
miss
know.
yes. When God give us traveling grace again,
We're going to get together.
then we're not there. We're gonna be there visiting. Oh, we got another question. Good, good, good. What's the question?
Okay. As it pertains to reading, the question is they would like you to address content
Mhm.
versus quality of what we read.
Okay.
In terms of, did he say reading?
Yes, the
Mhm.
things that you do read
Oh, well,
or listen to on audio.
right. Because like I said, I do more, a lot more listening. You know, I am one, and again, let's keep in context the fact that, again, I am a follower of Dr. Miles Monroe.
Mm.
And one of the things I loved about him is he studied everything. He
Mm.
didn't just stick to one thing. He
Okay.
studied everybody. He studied all of the different religions.
Yeah.
He studied what everyone was saying.
Mhm.
And I'm a seeker, let me put it that way. And so I'm always curious as to, okay, what are they doing over there? And
Mhm.
what is it that they believe? Now, why do they believe the way that they believe? Which means that I will seek out stuff from everybody, from different religions. And I always call it's kind of like my fish experience. You
Mhm.
know, when I was a little girl and my mother would cook fish, what she would say to us is, okay, now I cook fish today,
Mhm.
but watch out for the bones.
Mhm.
Well, it's the same way when you're seeking or reading or studying other situations. Sometimes they really have some good quality stuff in there. But
Mhm.
then sometimes there really are some bones in there that you're going to have to spit out
That's true. That's true.
because you know that this does not line up with the word of God.
Mhm.
But you can get to another chapter and it's right on point and it makes all the sense, in the world. And
Yeah.
so you know that, okay, that's good information that I really could use in my life. I
Right.
remember I was reading a book and I shared it with one of my good friends. And the reason I shared it with her because she had a complicated relationship with her dad, but
Mhm.
there was a chapter in there specifically about father-daughter relationships.
Okay.
And that is what I really wanted her to read. But as soon as she went and bought the book,
Mhm.
as soon as she picked it up, she said, "Oh, I can't read this. This has some of that new age stuff in it." And she refused to even, she took the book back and she wouldn't even just read, man. I just wanted her to read one chapter that I really felt would speak to her situation,
Yes,
you
yes.
know. But I think that whatever it is you're listening to, whatever it is you're reading,
Mhm.
it needs to agree with the spirit within you.
That's right.
That's where it really needs to line up more than anything. You
Mhm.
know, you'll know in your spirit whether this is right for me or if it's not right for me. And the
Right.
reality of it is, even with my girlfriend, when she said, I can't read that,
Mhm.
I had to respect that
Okay.
because that did not line up with her. And she did not even want it in her eye gate. She didn't want it in her ear gate. And I
Okay.
understand that because
Mhm.
if you're not at a maturity level where you know how to spit the fish out, if I gave my granddaughter some fish that
Mhm.
had bones in it,
Mhm.
she's gonna swallow the bones and get choked. So
Right.
everybody can't have fish with the bones in it.
That's right.
And so I have to respect that reality.
Mhm. Okay. Good. You explained that perfectly. I'm sure they got the understanding of it. That was perfect explanation. Explain to them what the question was, and I know they took something from that, and they
Thank
can
you.
add to their lives because reading all the different books, like you said, but you have to take the part that you can agree with and throw the part away that you don't agree with to
Exactly.
expand your knowledge and everything. Because how can you talk to somebody about a conversation if you don't have no knowledge of the conversation?
Right. Exactly.
People will come to you with different, I'll say even different religion,
Mhm.
and you don't know anything about it. You can't talk with them on
Right.
that. You can't have a conversation with them. So you expand your knowledge that way.
Because you can't relate and you can't just be, I'm right, you're wrong. But
Right.
you can explain why you right, but they
Yeah.
wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a lot of that going on.
Yeah, that's just conflict.
Right. I'm right. You're wrong. Yours wrong.
Right.
No, it's not about that. Come on, let's talk about it. Let's see what you got, and I'll tell you what I got, and let's see what
Exactly.
happens after that.
Mhm.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. Yep. I see somebody put up that knowledge is power. And Nate put up knowledge is power, and it is. You get the
Yes,
knowledge, you got power.
right.
And when you got the power, you know how to handle them words. So those words can have power.
Exactly. You know what to speak.
Yeah, you know what to speak, when to
Mhm.
speak, and how to
Exactly.
speak it.
Exactly.
You have to learn how to
How
speak
to
and
speak
when
it.
to do it.
Yes.
You will
Yes.
get speak sometime out of turn when we like, oh, after you say it, you're gonna like, oh, I should have been quiet. That was
Hmm.
not the time. See? Uh-huh.
And right, because there are also times when you just need to shut it down. Nope.
Yes. Yeah,
Not even speak at all.
not even speak at all.
Hmm.
You again, let me see. I see somebody put on here, okay, Crystal. She said, pick your battles. They are not all for you to handle.
Right. Everything is not your assignment.
That's right.
So you need to know what your assignment is and then move forward that way.
Yes,
Mhm.
yes. Again, I have enjoyed our conversation. We done went on over time. I know this is good.
I told Sharita, I said, what I'm going to talk to Pastor Stewart about for 45 minutes.
We have enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Tell you tonight, I thank you, Travella, for coming on and sharing with us on the Tammy Talk Show.
Thank you for having me.
Keep you welcome. I want you all to keep looking and listening and sharing the conversation. Please, people, I ask you to go to my page, like my page. I need my numbers going up. If you are on here tonight or if you're friends with me on Facebook, go to the Tammy Talk Show page and like my page and follow me on the page. I'm gonna say that I need you all to be following me on the page. You can go to my YouTube and you can watch all the other shows that I have had. Go back and look at some of those. There have been some good shows, good talks that we've
Yeah.
had with other people. Good show tonight. I want you all to share this one right here with the people that you know, that people that are having someone, maybe you got a friend or a family member that I've told you that they're around so much negative stuff, nobody talking positive to them. Let them hear the conversation on tonight that we shared with you all, and that Travella began to tell you how to handle it, how to do it, how to advocate your words, and how to deviate your words, and when to do it, when not to do it, how, because we know there's power in our words. So
Yeah.
we want you to be around people that are talking powerful things in your life. With everything that's going on now, we don't want nothing around us but spoken good words. Good words to other people. Speak those words to other people and watch they come back to you. So I would
Yeah.
like you to share this on tonight. Share it with your friends. Share it with your co-workers. Share it with everybody you know. Go to my page, like I said, and like it. I would like for you all to join me on Sunday. I will have somebody here on Sunday, and I will tell you all when she get here who she's related to when she get here. We're gonna talk about some of the stuff that are going on and in Congress, and stuff that we can do about voting and getting involved and all that stuff. So I want you all to join me Sunday too. Again, Travella, I have enjoyed you tonight
I've enjoyed you.
so much. Your family, I'm gonna say it again, your family is my family. I
Yes.
don't mind sharing them because
And your family is my family.
we love you so much.
Love you too.
Time until we talk again.
Yes.
Please enjoy the rest of your evening and know that Tammy loves you. / my title. But I'm not right now. But I thank you for joining us on tonight.
Thank you.
I've enjoyed the conversation, and I pray that God bless you in everything you step out to do.
Yes.
You, family, I love you much.
Love you too.
My audience. Mwah, 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 mwah. Until next time.
Okay.
God bless.